Hello students, this video is an overview of the textbook that we will be using for this class. In order to keep things cost effective and also to stay as current as possible with recent research and work that's being done in the field on the history of Mexican Americans and culture, we have decided to go with a free online database instead of a traditional textbook. So you will not need to purchase a textbook in the bookstore or search for it online at a online retailer, and you also won't need to be Googling anything. Instead, you can access everything that is already provided to you free of charge because you're a student at South Mountain Community College. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview of how to access the assigned reading and how to find those articles on your own using the library system. So if you were to log into Canvas, this is what it would look like. You would see our landing page, this is our home page. And when you scroll down, you might see a tab that says Weekly Assigned Reading and Q&A Expectations. That's at the bottom of the home page. You can also find that in Assignments. So under Assignments, you'll see Weekly Q&As and Assigned Reading. So this is essentially just a reminder of how we'll assign reading. On a weekly basis, we will have in-class discussions based on the assigned reading. You will be responsible for reading, reflecting, and discussing in a meaningful way the content and context of our assigned reading. So you're going to be coming to class every week ready to talk about the assigned reading. Once in the semester, you will also serve as the discussion leader. So you'll take on additional responsibility wherein you'll create 10 discussion questions for the class, and you'll guide the leadership, you'll guide the conversation through your leadership of the assigned course content. Those discussion questions are due in class at least 1 week in advance. So if you're presenting or you're leading a discussion on a chapter, not only are you responsible for reading and preparing for that week's discussion, you're also reading ahead 1 week so that you're able to lead the conversation in the future. If you ever want to know the weekly Q&As and assigned reading, like I said, they're available right off the home page, or you can always click here within the frames of the assignment. So here's the website that you'll see, weekly Q&As and assigned reading. Reminder that you'll be serving as discussion leader, and every week you are expected to contribute. So you can scroll down and you'll see these are the assigned chapters or assigned topics as they're called in our database. And we'll do in class, what we'll do is we'll assign people to lead that discussion each week. So you can see that this is like kind of basically following the same format. There's a topic, the name of the topic and our chapter, and the name of the database. So for the most part, all semester long, we use the same database and the same format. You found this video by being on this site right here, Understanding Our Texts. So as you saw earlier, the bolded identifier says topic. The general no formatted text is the article title, and the italics indicates the name of the database to search. So how to do that. You'll need to get acquainted with the library resources. I expect you to figure this out within the first probably 2 or 3 weeks of the semester. So I expect that you'll need some time to grow accustomed, to get used to the website. But after about the first or after the second week or so, I stopped responding to questions about how to navigate the library, only because there are other support options out there for you. We're going to come back to this one, the campus library system, because that's how you'll access the database. But I want to show you the 24/7 Ask a Librarian feature first. If you ever find yourself in a panic, or if you're ever looking for support after hours, maybe I'm not available, or you're looking to find additional resources and you don't know how to do that, you can chat with a librarian 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can just type right here in the box, say your name, ask your question, and they will help you with anything they absolutely can. So that's partly why I stopped responding, is if you ever don't know what you're looking for. Let's say you're looking for this topic right here, Cultures Collide, the Latino American Experience, and you can't remember how to get there. You can simply cut and paste the assigned reading into the Ask a Librarian feature, and they should be able to help you. But you shouldn't need to do that after about the second week of class. If you notice, I clicked on the campus library system, or you can do what I did and save this website in your bookmarks. That's what I've done because it's something that I access on a regular basis, sometimes multiple times in an hour. So how to get to our book? Like I said, you can click on the campus library system, or you can do what I did and open your browser. I'm going to open my bookmark browser. So you're going to click on library guides. This will take you to a list. This will take you to this landing page, and you can click on this very first thing right here that says databases. Okay. Again, you can also bookmark this right here if you'd like. Our database is called the Latino American Experience. You click on L and it's right here. In some cases, like if you're using your own computer, you can bookmark this as well, but on public computers, you might not be able to do that. Okay, let's go back to our assigned reading. Okay, so this very first week, we are assigned the topic Cultures Collide, the Latino American Experience. When you look here, this is the Latino American Experience. It is a database that is set up in a way that is supposed to look a little bit like a textbook. It's not perfect, but it does have some aspects to it that are really useful. So, Cultures Collide, right? You click on this and there are 3 sections. If there's no indicator that there's only 1 section or 2 sections to read, you are expected to read all sections. So click on the Maya Empire. You can read about the Maya Empire. There are hyperlinks, right? You can click through, take a look. You can also read additional information about the Mayan Empire. A few things to note before I move on about what else is available. You can also access a couple different features in this source. The first is you can translate. So if you're more comfortable with Spanish than English, you can translate this website to read in Espanol. The second option that's pretty cool is you can also listen to the chapter if you don't want to read it or if you like to take notes while you're listening as well.
The Maya Empire was a Mesoamerican civilization that stretched from the southern parts of modern-day Mexico to the northern areas of Central America.
So pretty cool, right? There's ways for you to navigate this text in a way that makes it user-friendly for you. The other thing you can do is this search, right? You can search all sorts of things. So here are some common searches that students have done on people that tend to be assigned in this class. So Juan Seguin is a pretty commonly searched person, but for whatever reason, he doesn't come up very easily. So let's look up a different spelling maybe. So we just looked up Seguin and they pulled up 2 specific articles that again don't necessarily relate right back to Juan Seguin, but these are things that you can use later when you're looking for, let's say you're really interested in Corky Gonzalez, right? You just you just search as you would in Google, and you can take a look at the different Gonzalez's listed, including Corky. You can click on Corky and you can read about him and his civil rights and Chicano movement experiences. Something else you might be able to find is you can look through these general resources. So there are reference articles, there are biographies. The one we just clicked on was a biography. There are photos and illustrations. So let's look at the photos. So this would be, if you were interested in Corky Gonzalez, he would be in the Viva Kennedy picture. So that's an overview. The next thing to look at is how to browse topics. So as you saw, it's listed by topic and the database. So if you were assigned, say, Spanish Borderlands, again, each one of these topics has about 3 subheadings. It's about the amount of maybe 2 or 3 pages of assigned reading. So you can see it's organized in a pretty effective way. You can also click through anytime you're assigned something and you're interested in, say you're really interested in Alta California and you want to see more photos of it, you can click on media. And there's all different kinds of photos that you could click on to see additional pictures. This will really come into play when you're the leader of the discussion, because you may decide to take an additional emphasis or focus on a part of the book that really piqued your interest. Okay, so if you have any additional questions, remember you can use that 24/7 chat feature, which you can find right here, or you can always ask each other via Canvas or via each other in class. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing what you all have to say about the reading.